Hey guys, Weekly Piano here. Sorry about this weird angle. I'm gonna try to do this without it being too awkward. I have a new mic stand. So, Keith Jarrett is one of the greatest living piano players right now, and I'm gonna do a little bit of a lesson describing some of the qualities of his playing and how you can incorporate a little bit of that into your playing. There are three things that I've noticed about Keith Jarrett. The first is that he generally has goal notes in his playing. His phrases start somewhere very specific and end somewhere very specific. For example, I've got a little lick here pulled up. I'm just going to use that one lick. This is in the song Too Young to Go Steady by on his Standards album. So even that one little phrase, just I sort of randomly picked it and queued it up before this, starts on the one and ends on the one again. It goes up 3 and then down 3 diatonically and back to the starting point. So it starts and ends on a goal note, which happens to be the 1 right now, the simplest that you can have. That's also symmetrical. His phrases are often very symmetrical, but I won't go too much into that because that gets kind of complicated. Okay, so quality number 2. His melodies are generally based in the home key. So like that we just saw, that his the chord that he was playing is the flat 5, and then he's playing that over the flat 5, which is really on the flat 5 of the flat 5, and they're using that as the goal note, but it's really in the home key, in the key of the 1. But it's a lot more interesting when it's over the flat 5. A lot of it, if you dissect a lot of his melodies, you'll notice that they work very well over the home key, and they generally relate directly to the home key, more so than they relate to the other keys. For example, relating to the other keys would be if you were in the flat 5, you would go like, you'd start on the 1 of the flat 5, or some lick in that, but he's playing on the flat 5 and focusing on the 1. And then another example is if you were to, like, say, play on the... This is an F, by the way, in case you can't tell, by that being the flat 5. So then if you're, like, B flat minor, or B flat minor with a major 6 and 7, you can, playing over the 1, you could still... You could do that if you wanted to, but if you were playing over using the 4 as your home base, you would do like something like that, which isn't as interesting. It's really cool how he navigates through the accidentals of the changes while maintaining the melodies in the home key. Alright, the other thing is he doesn't play too many notes. You'll notice it's very, like, he can play so fast, but he does sometimes, but it's not as often as he could. So those are the 3 qualities that I would use to describe Keith Jarrett's, some of the main qualities. Obviously, there are a million other amazing qualities, like his use of jazz vocabulary, bebop lines, the use of motifs, but we won't go into those. Anyway, there are 3 things I'd suggest to practice and learn based on Keith Jarrett's playing style. The first thing I would do is just play through the song along with him. Try to just ghost what he plays a little bit and stop when you notice something that is of one of the first qualities that I talked about, either goal notes, melodies in the home key, or, well, not playing too many notes. You'll notice that all throughout. And like analyze a little bit. So I'm going to do that live and just kind of talk out loud for a second. Start somewhere like... Heater off. Alright, so this is, he's about to go into his solo. So I just stopped it. That's a lick. That's kind of cool. So now I'll just like go back and kind of play along with that lick. So that's the first lick that he did there. And I'll notice that, first of all, it's pretty much in the home key. He's not outlining changes here, but it works with the changes. The changes are... But it's such a beautiful melody in the home key, it doesn't really matter that the changes are going by like that. The other thing is the goal notes of that. Obviously the first goal note is there, the D, and then he moves the D down and makes the goal note a C, which is an interesting thing. He's like going up and focusing on this note, then he's going and focusing on this note, and then he moves it down a little more. So I would do this and just kind of go through, maybe try to ghost what he's playing. You don't have to stop this much, but like get a little bit of a feel for what he's playing. So that's like you'll find licks like that, and just kind of learn them and analyze them, and play with them. So that's the first thing that I would do. Do that through his whole solo. The second is pick a lick and do it in many keys. I picked out one that I really like here. It's when he gets going. Gotta find it. I think it's this one. Yeah. Okay, so check this out. So that's... Now, I would recommend doing that in all the keys. So, it's kind of hard to get the fingering on that. Let me... Oh yeah, I would do that. So if you want to see it slowly in this key, if you want to do it with both hands, that's the first part. Second part. Third part is... So get it nice and slowly, start out as slow as you need to so that you can go like... And then move it up a half step. I think probably I would do it like that. And then so that's just moving it all up a half step. Maybe I'll do another video and show all the fingerings for all the keys. But that's the second thing that I would do, is learn that lick, or pick a lick that you like and learn it in all the keys. And also understand what that lick is. Like, obviously he's outlining the minor 6 there, sort of outlining the 1 there, but then he's basically starting by outlining the... Now this might be me going a little bit too far, but you'll have to forgive me. It seems as though that's outlining the sharp 1 to the to the, or you could say the flat 2 to the flat 6, and the flat 6 is basically the same as the flat 2 dominant, which you would use to go as a tritone substitution to the 1. So it's like, it's you're basically like going through these keys, the flat 2 minor to the flat 6 minor to the 1, using the 3 of each, the 3 of the flat 2, the 3 of the flat 6, down to the 3 of the 1, which is pretty interesting. It's also interesting that he do that, but then the next lick he goes to the 3, and the end of the last lick he goes to the 3. That's what I would notice about that. So learn that lick in all the keys. The other thing I would do is transcribe this entire solo. Again, it's Too Young to Go Steady off of the Standards, Keith Jarrett Standards album. An album that everybody should have, in my opinion. Okay, that's all I'm going to do for now. This video is probably too long as it is. But let me know if you want me to do another one where I actually show all the fingerings for transcribing that specific lick in another video. Thanks, guys.